Today I want to share with you credit union business lines of credit that pull TransUnion for large amounts and quick approval. We are speaking here about personal TransUnion, okay? So those are credit union business lines of credit that pull TransUnion for large amounts and quick approval. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about credit union business lines of credit that pull TransUnion, personal TransUnion, for large amounts and quick approval. Number 5, we have Connexus. Our score, 7.5 over 10. So with Connexus, this is not technically a business line of credit. This is a personal line of credit you can use as a funding source for your sole proprietorship or your single member LLC if you have a good relationship with Connexus and have solid financials, at least 2 years of operational history, and you can prove income at the business and personal levels. Okay, so this is really great. And the cool thing is you have a flexible, affordable funding here. Okay, and what we love here is that you can even open a new line of credit and get $150 cash back with their promotional code. So one thing we love is that you can use this line of credit for business purposes, and you have multiple interest rate adjustment options. Okay, you have a flexible line amounts, you have low payments. Okay, minimum payments are 2% of the balance. You have no collateral required. This is really great. No annual fees. And what we love is you have a bi-weekly payment option available. This is really great. This is really great because two bi-weekly payments equal what? 1 monthly payments. This is fantastic. And you can use actually a personal line of credit from Connexus for business purposes because it allows you to actually have a clear idea about your budget, your business budget. You have you have fixed low rates and affordable payments. One thing we love here with Connexus is that they have a fantastically easy application process and fast funding. You can apply online or by phone, or if you live in the vicinity of a Connexus branch, you can even walk and have an appointment and just apply. And the cool thing is, even if you have a new LLC, this could apply to you also, as long as you have, again, a relationship with Connexus at the personal level. At least you want to have a relationship for at least 1 year, an established relationship. You want to have maybe a checking account, a savings account. In other words, you want to beef up your relationship with them. But this is a fantastic personal line of credit that you can use for business purposes. But the only thing is, and that's why we have rated 7.5 over 10, this only applies for sole proprietorship and single member LLCs. Number 4, we have Lake Michigan. Our score, 8.2 over 10. And they have a line of credit that is really great that's really flexible for businesses. Okay, and what we love with this line of credit is that you can actually use it for a lot of things. They have no restriction whatsoever on what kind of purpose you might need the funds for. This is really great. And what we love with Lake Michigan is that they are very quick when it comes to customer service. They're very interactive. They engage very well. Okay, if you have questions, you can contact them. You have a live chat available. You can call 1-800-242-9790. Again, the number is 1-800-242-9790, or you can actually book an appointment with a commercial lender. And this is really great. And in terms of the line of credit, again, the maximum amount is there's no maximum amount. You have to negotiate that with Lake Michigan. Beside lines of credit, they also have term loans, which is really great for you because what we love with Lake Michigan is that they will work with you to see what kind of a business credit product applies to your business or fits your business. Maybe you want to have a business line of credit, but The thing is, when you start talking to them, maybe you might realize that, hey, listen, I think a business term loan is a lot better. Okay. And here you can leverage your assets to do more for your business. So you can actually do an unsecured business line of credit or business loan, or you can do a secured business loan or business line of credit. It's totally up to you. Okay. It depends on the agreement that you have with Lake Michigan. The two options are on the table. Okay. One thing they want you to have is they want you to have a relationship with them at the personal level, but also at the business level. So they want this duality here. Okay. So think about that. And you can also you can contemplate their letters of credit. They do that also. So they basically they stand behind you to kind of help you out in terms of building credibility with a new vendor. If you want to purchase inventory or equipment, or you want to break into a market your business has never been a part of before, you can actually use a letter of credit from Lake Michigan to actually substantiate your business expansion needs. Okay, so this is really great. So the bottom line is Lake Michigan is behind you totally when it comes to your line of credit, your business term loan, or your letters of credit. Number 3, we have Teachers FCU. Our score 8.7 over 10. So with Teachers FCU, what we love about their credit union business line of credit is that not only do they pull TransUnion, personal TransUnion, but they also help you in terms of getting the right line of credit amount that you need. Okay, you have flexibility. They'll work with you. They'll look at your financials. They'll look at your sector. They'll see what works, what doesn't work. Okay, and the cool thing is that they can actually give you a secured or unsecured line of credit. It's totally up to you. So basically, you have cash that is at your disposal for emergencies, for unplanned expenses, and whatnot. It depends on, again, this is your call, okay? And you have multiple repayment options at a variable interest rate, okay? So when you think about it, business line of credit from Teachers is a great option for a variety of ongoing or short-term financing needs. Okay, you can use the cash to improve your cash flow to purchase inventory, materials, and equipment. Okay, and one thing we also love is you can use these credit lines as let's say as a mitigation for overdraft. So this can serve as overdraft protection on a business checking accounts. Okay, so here are the more data about the business line of credit from Teachers FCU. So you have the current prime rate is 3.25%. The maximum line of credit amount, $250,000. Okay, and the variable interest rate on this line of credit is prime rate plus margin adjusted quarterly. Okay, and you have a $500 packaging fee on term loans and lines of credit that are above $100,000. Okay, and in terms of the application form, and it's very easy. You can actually apply online, or you can actually print their application form and drop it off at your nearest Teachers branch, or you can even mail it to Business Lending Department, Teachers, P.O. Box 9005, Smithtown, New York 11787 9005. Once again, the number is a Business Lending Department, not the number. The address is Business Lending Department, Teachers, P.O. Box 9005, Smithtown, New York 11787 9005. Okay, and you have to make sure that you have your Teachers business loan and line of credit application, your personal financial statement for loans higher than $25,000, your IRS tax return transcript request. Okay, they need all that. Or you can even call the business development officer at Teachers, 631-698-7000 extension 1687. Or you can email business@teachersfcu.org. Number 2, we have BECU. Our score 9 over 10. This is a really great BECU is a great credit union, and we love their business line of credit, and they pull TransUnion. Okay, you have rates are as low as 10.75% APR, and you actually have unsecured line of credit from $2,500 to less than $10,000. Okay, now if you have an unsecured line of credit from 10,000 to 100,000, the APR is 6.5%. Okay, and what we love here is that a business line of credit from a BECU, you can use that for short-term cash. You can use it as a source of cash for purchases, for inventory, for equipment, or if you want to have a better way to manage cash flow, your operational cash flow. This is really great. And one thing we'll also love is that this line of credit has many benefits and features that are good for you. For example, you have low competitive variable rates, no interest charges until you draw on the line of credit. You have $0, you have no origination fee, you have a competitive annual fee, you have secured and unsecured options, and you have overdraft protection. Okay, and how do you apply for this card? Well, it's totally up to you. First of all, you want to have a relationship with BECU at the personal and business levels. Okay, and you want to decide how much you need. You need to complete. They have a business line of credit application. Okay, you need to complete that. And for credit request of $50,000 or greater, you need to complete the business loan application. And be prepared with additional documents detailing your business's financial and tax history. They just want to know more about you. Okay, and then afterwards you make an appointment to apply, or download and bring the completed application into your nearest neighborhood financial center. That's how they call the BECU branches. Okay, and if you're not already a business member and you are approved for a business line of credit, you will be required to establish a business membership. This is really important. Okay, and if you have any question, the good thing is that BECU's customer service rep are always the reps are always available. 1-800-704-8080. Okay, and Monday through Friday, they're available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. through 7 p.m. Pacific, or Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific. Okay, and you can make an appointment, so you can talk to a business consultant on a day and time that works best for you. Okay, so this is really great. BECU 9/10. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about credit union business lines of credit that pull TransUnion for large amounts and quick approval. Number one, the best of the best in the business, Navy Federal. Our score, 9.4/10. What we love with Navy Fed is that you have many options when it comes to your business credit line, okay? And the cool thing is you can use their cash for a lot of things. Unexpected business expenses. You know, we're talking about cash flow gaps, or you just have to pay your inventory, or pay for your inventory, or pay for your equipment. You can use this. And with a line of credit from Navy Federal, you only repay the amount you use instead of the entire limit. Okay, this is kind of similar to a business credit card. But the only restriction they have is the line of credit cannot be used for real estate purchases, okay? And collateral is required, and interest rate are variable. You just need to know that. Now, in terms of amounts, minimum amounts $35,000, and the repayment term depends on borrower needs and the repayment schedule monthly, okay? And the interest rates are tied to the Wall Street Journal prime rate. So there are fees, though. You need to be aware of those fees. So you have $325 for equity up to $100,000, 0.5% origination fee on limits over $100,000, and applicable lien search and recording fees may be valid on this line of credit. Okay, and so the typical time to funding after approval, it goes up to 7 days. Okay, and so in addition to the business lines of credit from Navy Fed, you also have checking lines of credit. This is really good. So the minimum and maximum amount, $500, $1,000, or $5,000. Okay, and the interest rate is fixed on those, 17.90%. Okay, now when you think about everything, the required documents to apply for a term loan, a line of credit, you have completed business loan application for amounts up to $50,000, the two most recent business tax returns under existing ownership, personal tax returns for all owners guarantors, Okay, most recent 2 years, personal financial statements for all owners, guarantors, documentation pertaining to the purchase for which the loan or line of credit is being used. Additional documentation may be required based on your business structure. So overall, this is a great line of credit that we love, and 9.4 over 10. Let me just give you an overview. When we talk about business line of credit from credit unions that pull TransUnion, we're talking again personal TransUnion. It's really important to be strategic in what you're looking for. Okay, first thing is you want to decide how much you need. It's really important because you need to understand that the amount that you apply for will be very quintessential in terms of your approval odds. Okay, and even before you decide how much you need to think about your TransUnion credit score, your personal TransUnion credit score. This is something you want to look into. You want to pull that report yourself. You can go to annual credit report to request that report to have an idea of your score and what data is available in that particular TransUnion credit report. Okay, because the last thing you want is to have errors. You don't want to have errors. You don't want to have any inaccuracies, any derogatory items that will just sync your approval odds. Okay, so decide how much you need and check your eligibility in terms of credit history, business revenue, and time in business. Okay, so credit unions are pretty flexible in terms of business revenue and in terms of operational history, length of operational history, but still it's important for you to ascertain that, to know the requirements for the particular credit union that you want to apply. Okay, and you want to research and compare lenders. I'm giving you 5 in this show: Connexus, Lake Michigan, Teachers, FCU, PECU, and Navy Fed, and think about which one applies to you. Okay, so you want to think about their requirements, think about the fees, really important, and you also want to think about their criteria for credit scores. Okay, and you want to gather the required documentation, things like personal and business tax returns, business licenses, okay, articles of incorporation or organization, personal and business bank statements, profit and loss statements, financial statements, business plan, building lease, for example. Okay, and just submit your application. So once you have gathered all the documentation, submit the application. That will be the application form. And so common information that your credit union may ask for includes your name, business name, your social security number, because they're going to pull your TransUnion. Okay, the desired line of credit amount, the line of credit purpose, your business tax ID, your EIN, and your annual revenue. Okay, so those are things that you have to think about. Let me give you a few pro tips to actually accelerate your business line of credit approval at your favorite credit union. Now, a line of credit is better than a business loan in some cases. We love the fact that the business line of credit offers more flexibility than a business loan. Okay, you don't get the cash, so you basically get the cash at regular intervals. Okay, you can choose when to access it and you can choose when to repay it. Okay, and there is a difference between a secured and unsecured business line of credit. In a secured arrangement, you have to provide collateral. You have to pledge collateral. In an unsecured, you don't have to. Okay, and there are common business line of credit application mistakes. One thing you want to make sure that you want to be accurate when you complete a business line of credit application. Make sure to double check the numbers. This is really important. Your contact information and other relevant details before submitting, because if you include an error, it could delay the process or hurt your chances of being approved. Okay, and when listing your contact information, use an email address or phone number that is frequently checked. This is important because the credit union may contact you with additional questions, so it is essential that you don't miss a phone call or email. Okay, and you also want to think about a typical business line of credit costs and fees, things like your interest rate, your draw fee, your payment processing fee, your late fee, your termination fee, and your prepayment penalties. Okay, those are things I want you to think about. Now, if you are not interested in a credit union line of credit, you can actually go to regular providers, to alternative providers, to online providers, Okay, and in that category, you actually can check out Blue Vine. Okay, Blue Vine offers business lines of credit between $5,000 and $250,000. Sometimes they pull TransUnion. You have On Deck. They offer lines of credit between $6,000 and $100,000, and they have a 12-month repayment term. Okay, that resets after each withdrawals. They also may pull TransUnion. And you have Cabbage, and they offer business lines of credit between $1,000 and $150,000 with 6, 12, or 18-month terms. Okay, so this is kind of cool. You have the choice. If you are not approved for a credit union business line of credit, you can try one from an online lender. Before I close today's conversation, check out this short video about our loan evaluation approach. We actually have a strict methodology when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing business loans and lines of credit on this show. Check this out. All right, let's quickly recap here. So number one, we have a Navy Fed, 9.4 over 10. Number two, we have a BECU, 9 over 10. Number three, we have a Teachers FCU, 8.7 over 10. Number four, we have Lake Michigan, 8.2 over 10. And number five, last but not the least, we have a Connexus, 7.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.